Welcome to the Stone and Tile video blog number 14. I'm your host, Fred Houston. Now, one of the questions I get most often with fabricators and even restoration contractors is what's the difference between polyester and epoxy, and is there a difference? I run into laminations that are failing all the time, rods that can be popped out of a countertop, and even repairs in showers and wet areas and outdoors where the repair is actually yellowing and becoming brittle. That's because there's a big difference between polyesters and epoxies. The first difference is the bond strength. Polyesters have a weak bond in comparison to epoxy bonds. Now I want you to take a look at the following video and it'll show you how strong epoxy bonds are. Then I'll come back and discuss some of the other differences between these two glues.
Hello, today we would like to make an experiment to show you the difference in performance between epoxy and polyester system. The tool we will use is an hydraulic adhesion tester that measures the adhesion of the glue on granite with these metallic elements. Now we measure the result with the polyester system. In the first test, the adhesion is 2.08 megapascal. In the second test, the adhesion is 1.74 megapascal. And now we measure the result with the epoxy system. In the first test, the adhesion is 9.10 megapascal. In the second test, the adhesion is 8.91 megapascal. As you can see, the epoxy system has a better and higher adhesion than the polyester system. Thank you. Bye.
Now you can see by the pull test that was conducted there that polyester has a fairly weak bond. I'm going to translate or actually convert the megapascal into PSIs. You're looking at on the polyester, it averaged about 30 PSI, and on the epoxy about 1300 PSI. So that's almost a 40 to 50 times stronger on the epoxy. And if you'll also notice on that video that the epoxy bond was so strong, it literally pulled the granite out, where with the polyester it just went off clean. Now, a couple of other features that you'll notice or you should know about polyester is that, first of all, polyester is very sensitive to UV light. So with our resin stones that we use polyester resins in, that's why they get brittle and that's why they turn discolored, because polyesters do not like UV light. They also don't like moisture. So if you're making repairs with polyester in a shower, exterior or outdoors, you don't want to use polyesters. You want to use epoxies. Now, quickly, how do you tell the difference if you're using a polyester glue or an epoxy glue? Well, the first thing you want to do is read the label. But if you don't do that, there's a very simple way. If you have a can of glue and it adds a little bit of hardener, you either get that little white hardener tube or the clear hardener tube, that's polyester. If it's an equal volume, in other words, 1 to 1, a part A to part B, or 2 to 1, then you're dealing with an epoxy. So I hope that helps. Make sure to tune in to my Stone and Tile radio show every Wednesday at 6 p.m. and the link is right above here. And we'll see everybody next time.